Hello and welcome back. So we are going to continue with our 12-bar blues, which when we just left this off last time, we had written out for the piano and for the bass a really simple accompaniment figure using this simple syncopation comping in the piano and this really simple 1, 3, 5, 6, flat 7 pattern in the bass to give us a walking bass. So let's have a quick listen to remind ourselves what we have. That will do for now, I think. So that's a good enough accompaniment for us to put something on top of, and we'll come back to that later. So I'm going to add in an instrument on top. So we're allowed up to 2 melody instruments. So I'm going to stick in an alto saxophone for now. I haven't decided what saxophone I'm going to use for this. I'll determine what which one I'm going to use once I've written out the melody. So here we go. So that's put it in a transposing instrument because saxophone is an E-flat instrument. So I'm going to put it in concert pitch just to make things easier for me while I'm writing out, so I can write everything out using my C blues scale. Speaking of which, that brings us to the C blues scale. So that the blues music has certain sounds associated with it, like the 12 bars blues progression, lots of dominance, but the one in particular that is probably the most bluesy sounding sound is the blues scale, which is 1, flat 3, 4, the blues note, which we'll come into in a sec, which is either sharp 4 or the flat 5. Enharmonically, they're the same. I'll probably put it as sharp 4 for now, just to keep things easy. Flat 7, 1, which sounds like this. I'm sure this will be familiar to most people, but this is the palette of notes, if you'd like to think, that we're going to compose our melody out of. So we're only going to use this set of notes. It's essentially the C minor pentatonic scale, but with this extra added note between the F and the G to give us a bit of chromaticism. So just to hear that, it fits nicely over all of this, and there's some rules to writing blues that I think are good to get started, but these are the notes we're going to be using. So C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, C. Let's have a go at writing something. So what strategies can we use to write a 12-bar blues? Well, firstly, let's let's make our page a bit easier to read. So I'm going to have 4 bars and then skip to the next line, then 4 bars and skip to the next line, just to make things easier. So first things first, there's a basic principle of space that comes into writing a 12-bar blues. So this is going to be the main melody, and we'll come to solos later, which I think a good principle to start off with is we're going to play for these 2 bars and hold something for these for the beginning of this bar, and then these 2 bars we're going to leave blank. So here we'll have 2 bars of music, 2 bars of space, and down here we'll have 2 bars of music, 2 bars of space. So let's try writing in some notes. So I said that I want to hold something for a bit here, so I'm going to set myself a target note of B flat. So I'm going to have some music playing here, and then we're going to hit a B flat, and then I hold this. Well, I play nothing here to add a bit of space into the music. So we need to fill this bit up here. So let's add in some, I think we'll start off with some syncopation. We'll start off the beat. So let's have E flat going down to C. Those are all within our notes. G, B flat or C. I'll go for C, and then no, actually, let's make this off the beat. Oh, let's add in some really simple syncopation here. No, I want to start off the beat again. Oh, we'll add in that blues note, so the F sharp or G flat. Oh, I want to go to the G. Oh no, I'll. There we go. So. So those are all notes that are within the C blues scale. So we've got the E flat, the C, the G, the C, G, B flat, C, B flat, F, F sharp. That's the blues note. Just a quick note with this one, which I'll repeat many times, is you don't want to hold this note. The F sharp against that C is going to sound a bit dissonant, but as a passing note, is going to sound great. And then B flat at the end is our held note. It's not the one of the chord, it's the flat 7, so it's going to be a held note, but it's not going to be a resolved held note. So that means that the piece is going to keep moving forward. Let's have a quick listen. That sounds okay to me. I'm not going to add in any kind of ornaments or any articulations just yet. I'm going to leave this nice and blank. I'm also going to reduce it back. So we've got, so as I was saying earlier, we've got 2 bars on, and then we hold for a bit, and then we've got these 2 bars mostly free. Let's do something similar on the next 2 bars. So we need something here. I'm going to set a target note here. I think because we're returning from the F to the C, we'll have a C here, and we'll hold it for a bit. Right, how should I start this bit off? I think I added in some syncopation here. In fact, I started on the E flat as well. Ooh, hang on. And where I went down here, I think I'll go up. Oh, if I hit the F, that would be quite nice, because we've got the F7 here. So, and we'll go. Oh, we could go for the F sharp or the G flat. We'll call it G sharp, because we don't want to have a note there if we don't need it. You know, we're gonna yeah, well, let's hold this over. Let's make it so it lasts over the bar line. Let's really add in that syncopation, and then keep that syncopation going with an E flat. Won't be that, it'll be and then some kind of run up to the, what did I do last time? I had the G, the F sharp G rhythm. I could do that, or maybe something different. It's kind of the same feel. I'll just have it as a 2-bar thing, so leave some space between here. F. So these are all notes using our simple scale. That sounds good so far to me. Let's just shrink that down a bit, and let's add in our final bit to end up this piece. And we want to definitely, because this is the last time round, we definitely want to finish on either the 1 or the 5. Let's finish on the C again, and we just need something to fill this gap. And let's make something a bit more complicated this time. Lots of crotchets in this one. We'll make a lot more quavers, add a lot more quavers in this one. Yeah, so E flat starting again, seeing that we've done that every time. It started with an offbeat and then the E flat. So we'll just We'll make this... Yeah, let's just make it all quavers for now. Just to force us to make something a bit more rhythmically interesting. Just as we're winding up to the dramatic finale of the melody, E flat. Oh, I could have a run down, so I'll go G flat. That's our blue note. E flat. It's a new bar. Let's have a listen so far. Da, 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 da. I don't want to continue. I'll have a rest for a sec. So we could have... I've gone down, so I'll go back up to the C. And then where do I want to come from? Another rest here, and then I want to approach this C. I'll probably start above, go below, and then come back up to the C. So I'll go on the E flat, the C, B flat. It's already B flat because of this, and then I think that should work. Let's have a listen. Okay, yeah, that sounds good so far to me. Let's have a listen to the whole piece. Yeah, that will do as a melody. So the basic concepts are, to keep in mind are 2 bars on and 2 bars off. Kind of having a targeted held note is a good idea to have in mind. And then making sure you stick to the palette of the blues scale. If you need a reference, just type in C minor blues on Google and you'll have a palette that you could print off and just keep as a reminder for the notes you can use. Be careful with the sharp 4 or the flat 5. Only use that as a passing note. And yeah, add in as much syncopation as possible. You can add in syncopation using a couple of methods. You could, well, actually, I'll come on to methods of syncopation in a later video. I think that'll do for now. Just how to sketch out a simple head melody. I'll see you in the next video.